Hey, Flooring Pros, it's Jerry Levinson here, and getting a lot of people that are newer in the business or been in it for a year or two that are questioning how much should they invest in their marketing. So this video is for you, and I want to talk about what you should do marketing first and how much you should be investing in advertising. So the first thing you should understand is that you are in the marketing business. You're in the business of attracting customers. Without those customers coming in the door, you don't have to worry about sales or installation. You need the customers to talk to. So how are you attracting those customers? Best thing to do is start with the end in mind. So what is your sale goal for the year? Then what you want to do is figure out what's your average ticket size. Now it's simple. Divide your sales goal by your average ticket size, and that tells you how many sales you need. You also got to figure out what your closing rate. Common closing rate in our industry is about 50%. The sales needed divided by the closing rate equals the amount of leads or estimates you need. You can watch this a couple of times if I'm going too fast for you, but write this stuff down on a piece of paper and make sense of it. It really is not that complicated to understand. So for example, if we have a business that we want to do $1 million a year, and that's a good goal for if you're 1 year, 2 year in the business, getting over that $1 million hump. It might be higher than you're capable of doing. It's still a good goal to reach. Let me show you how we get there. So you got an average ticket price. Kind of figure out what your average ticket price is. So let's say it's $4,700 is an average ticket. That's a pretty good average when you combine hard surface and carpet. But figure out what your average ticket is, divided by your goal, in this case, $1 million. And we know we need 212 sales to reach our goal of $1 million. So you're going to divide that by your closing rate. If your closing rate and average closing rate in our industry is about 50%. So if you're not doing 50%, then take sales training so you can get up to 50%. So you need 414 estimates. That's going in the home, doing an estimate, not just phone calls or leads. Divide that by 12, and you got about 35 estimates a month that you're going to need to reach your goal. That's the numbers you're going to focus on. So when we're doing our marketing, our goal is to get 35 estimates a month. That's something we can measure, something we can track. We can try to improve on that. Don't just try to randomly get leads. You want to measure your performance and see how it's doing. Track that marketing, find out how it's doing. And if it's not getting you where you need to go, then you're going to need to adjust. If your marketing's doing it for you and you're not closing the sales, then you need to learn more about closing and about selling. So here's some marketing ideas and costs. Website to me is non-negotiable. That's the heart of your business. Most good advertising goes back to your website. So you pretty much need that to be in business. A good budget, $400 to $500 a month just for the website. Pay-per-click is the best value in advertising. I'm going to go over that in depth a little bit more. If you're not ready to spend at least $1,500 a month, I probably would hold off on this, but I'll explain more later. Paid Facebook advertising is also proven to be the best, if not one of the best, top two. It's an excellent value in advertising. Again, if you're not ready to spend about $2,500, there are people that are going to do it cheaper for you, but it's not a good idea. You're not going to get as good a effective marketing out of it if you're not willing to spend about $2,500. So I'm going to cover this more later as well. And then there's evergreen advertising. That's stuff that has a one-time cost, like your vehicle wrap, signs work good, shirts work good, a community phone book. I don't know why I said community phone book. Community phone book doesn't work at all, but it is a one-time cost. And so that's what evergreen advertising is stuff that only costs you money once. Maybe you get a contract for the whole year. So free or cheap advertising. Facebook posts are great. They work. Monitoring the groups. We got a huge group here with over 50,000 people in it. And there's people all the time asking, who do you know that does flooring? I got a lot of videos that show you how to handle that too. You don't just respond right away. I do it and we're really cheap and fast or anything like that. There's a good way to respond to those people. Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all that stuff is effective. Get on it, be sociable, be entertaining. Previous customers and referrals are your best sources of advertising. You can do phone calls back to them, tell them what's new, tell them that you guys just moved, tell them what's going on with the business. Maybe you're adding a product line that they would like in their house. Networking meetings are great. You can visit those without paying. Find a networking group that you like. It'll give you some practice advertising your company and give yourself a commercial. I require all of our salespeople to be in a networking meeting. It's good for them to be a part of growing your business. Installers, for installers, again, a lot of installers that are looking for work. I mean, call the retailers, call the stores, walk in the stores, ask them if they need anybody, use your feet, use that phone. That phone will call out just as well as it calls in. Call contractors. You need to connect with realtors. Realtors are really easy to connect with. You can do that on LinkedIn. You can call the office. You just have to be prepared of how you want to help the realtor. And your goal is not to sell your stuff. If you make it a goal to help the realtor sell the house, then selling to them will be much easier. Realtors are gold. You can get good referrals and business for a lifetime from them. Google My Business, which is now Google Business Profile. It's free with your website. You can post pictures, you can post videos, great ideas to post from your customer's house. Put their location in, not their exact address, but the city, the crossroads, something like that. All that helps your Google reach. So it's worth it. Spend about 15, 20 minutes a month just posting at least once a week, not a month, 15 to 20 minutes a week. Posting a photo, a video, something on your profile page. It's all free and it does help and it works. So getting reviews works really well. In fact, I'm going to cover that a little bit more later too. But Bob Rutledge is somebody I interviewed in the podcast. He create a QR code for you to get leads. So let's talk about when you should do Google pay-per-click advertising. First of all, you should definitely have a website. And at a bare minimum, you want to do SEO and retargeting. Retargeting is very inexpensive. Ask your web people about that. But I wouldn't do pay-per-click advertising unless you're willing to invest a minimum of $1,500 a month. Okay. Another thing, I was just talking to a buddy of mine. You need reviews. If you don't have the reviews, then your pay-per-click advertising is not going to be very effective because Google, think about it, somebody's doing a search. They are a customer of Google. So Google wants to give them the best companies. So that's companies that have good content, that's companies that have reviews. So they value those reviews over the dollar that you spend on the pay-per-click advertising. So I would hold off on pay-per-click advertising until you get over 10, 12 reviews, get some established. You're also going to need patience as pay-per-click doesn't work right away, no matter how much money you throw at it. Okay, that's going to take time. A lot of frustrated people right now saying that it's not working for them. I mean, it does take time. And part of the problem is people are trying it out. They're spending $400, $500 a month on it, thinking that they're trying it out, and you're just not going to get anywhere. The advertisers who are taking this money are sincerely trying to help you out. They want to do it. They want to work within your budget. But if they're, I don't want to say if they're honest with you, I don't think they're being dishonest. But the truth is it's not going to be effective unless you can invest a decent amount of money. Should I do paid Facebook advertising? Yes, but like Google, unless you're spending upwards of $2,000, it's not going to give you a good return on investment. I have an excellent Facebook plan I started selling. The starter plan is $2,450, and it should net you about $40,000 a month in business. So I can go over that plan with you if you like, but that gets you leads. It generates good leads. That can go a lot quicker than pay-per-click advertising or anything else. We can generate leads quick. And I've hired a lot of Facebook advertisers. It's really, really difficult to find people that are good at Facebook advertising. So they're out there, but it's a frustrating experience. So we've got a good plan that we've proven works well. But if you're not ready for that yet, I understand. You can look at other things. 2450 is a good chunk of change, but it works. You'll get a good return on your investment. And there's two types of business owners I found in regards to marketing. There's people who are trying to make money today. You're trying to get a sale. And there's people who are growing a business. So you are going to invest money. You aren't going to get an immediate return, but it's very foundational. If you're trying to grow your business, then it's a good investment to market in all these sources, your website, Facebook, all these things that do help you grow your business. If you want to make a sale today, it's going to be a little bit expensive, and you're probably going to be running like in a hamster wheel. You need a little bit of investment money to get your business going. So if you're just trying to make a sale today, then try some of the free advertising, Facebook advertising that's free. Post some stories, videos. I have other suggestions on free advertising, free or cheap. I covered it more here. So people are trying to make money. You're just trying to get some work. Your advertising expenses don't need to be large because you don't need to keep salespeople busy. Under $1,000 a month will take care of you. Get your website going. Don't spend money on pay-per-click. Word of mouth advertising. Ask for referrals. Facebook, networking. Be vocal. Go to your church. Go to the gym, the bar, wherever you hang out. Make friends. Tell people about what you do. You need to be vocal about it. So if you're trying to build a business, something that's going to run without you someday, when you start out, your budget tends to be higher from a percentage standpoint, maybe closer to 10, 12%. It's going to go down as you're building your reputation in your business. So getting over the $1 million hump, if you want to get there fast, a $5,000 per month budget will get you there fast. If you want to discuss your marketing strategies more, just send me an email, jerry@5foot6consulting.com, and I'll help you figure you out. I'm not going to charge you anything, and I'm not going to push the Facebook sales on you if you're not ready for that. But we'll talk about what makes sense for your company and have a conversation and see where you're at and what you should do. We could work on a strategy together. There's no charge for that. So reach out to me if you need a little bit of help with that. All right, guys, good luck.